Good morning and welcome to Rising Phoenix Fridays. I'm going to wait a second because it is circling around and I just want to make sure that I'm live. Yes, I am. Welcome to Phoenix Rising Fridays. And I'm excited to be here. I hope you are as well, whether you're live or listening to the replay. Because today we're going to be talking about forgiveness. And forgiveness is not something that's once and done. Forgiveness is something that, oh my gosh, it keeps coming up, doesn't it? Things that we need to let go. And by not letting them go, it's really holding us back. And so I've got a little three-step process and with a short meditation at the end for letting go. So stay tuned for that. And so let's get right into it. Oh my gosh. So, do you have someone? Think about it. Is there someone that has wronged you or someone that's been, you feel mean to you or has been uncomfortable? Maybe it's a situation. It could be from divorce. Oh my gosh. I think that's something that we need to definitely always revisit and keep forgiving. It could be an ex-spouse. For whatever reason, it's so important not to hold on to this because whether you may be seeking revenge or you just may have that grudge. It could be a grudge from maybe a long time ago. And here's the thing, you may not even know it's still there. That's the scary thing. And by the way, if anybody's here, say hi. I always welcome you. I love to hear comments. And as always, I really appreciate you being here. So, hello again. And we are talking about forgiveness. And here's the thing, when you hold on to this grudge that you may have or revenge or whatever it is, I've just found it, and I'm sure as you know, it's a dead end street. You go nowhere. Literally nowhere. You end up just right in the same place and maybe even go backwards because it keeps you. It keeps you in this one confined space where it's hard because it's extra baggage you're carrying around and because it shows up in your emotions so often, doesn't it? Does anyone else out there, do you ever feel anxiety from this once in a while, or anger or worry or sadness or fear? Let me know. Let me know what you may feel. And the thing is, when we get into those places, we start thinking about them more, right? And it's just giving energy to it, and it's just keeps adding more and more heavier weight to us. So we're not able to, we feel fatigued, we feel exhausted, we feel drained, and if we can forgive, now that's not always an easy thing, and I realize that. So, uh, and for those I never mentioned, I'm Karen Treaster, for those who don't know who I am, and I am CEO and founder of Never Settle Life Coaching. And I've got a program coming out, Phoenix Rising Confidence Igniting, and we do some of this, some letting go with different modalities. So it's definitely something that you may want to look into. All right. So when you don't, like I said, when you don't really forgive, let's say, and you're holding some kind of a grudge, it will lurk. It will just stay in your subconscious, like I mentioned, and just keep hiding. And here's the thing, it comes out in so many different ways. It can come out in your opinions, and the thing is, you don't even know it because it's an auto response. You're responding it automatically goes into your subconscious and pulls from there. And so this can lead into poor decision making, and really, because sometimes you don't even know if you're holding on to a grudge, that some of these ideas are coming from that place. So, and it can actually lead to sabotaging yourself too. And I've seen this happen. And it can lead to just being drawn to the wrong kind of people. And I don't know if any of you have found that. Let me know if you have, and please say hi if you're out there. And it's about, really, when we come down to it, it's about the awareness of it and then releasing it. And because these are just feelings inside of us that are unresolved. They're just not resolved. And so when we can take a look at those, and we do that a lot in, actually, my program coming up with the letting go. It's all about awareness. And the more aware you are, the freer really you can be. And because it's going to clear your mind, and it's going to cleanse you of any toxins in your mind and any thoughts. Hey, Deb, good morning. Thanks for being here. So here's the thing. I don't, when we're looking at what is bothering us and we have to forgive, we don't always have to condone what we're forgiving. And I think this is a big misconception that a lot of people have. Well, how can you possibly forgive? People used to ask me about that with my ex-husband, and because I certainly didn't condone the way what happened, how I was treated and all this. Not going to get into all that. It's just, I didn't condone it. I knew, though, that I wasn't going to let this get in my way. And I knew the only way I was going to move forward is to somehow find forgiveness, somehow find some peace around this. So is this making sense? It's just, you have to find some way. So we'll talk about that in the 3-step process. And then, as I mentioned before, we're going to do a short meditation. And if I hadn't have done this, and here's the thing, when I started looking at myself a little bit deeper and what was going on with me, I actually found out that I needed to forgive my mom. And so it wasn't just about my ex-husband. And I had no idea. I thought I had done that already. So things come up when you dig, like I said, a little bit deeper. We do that in the program, Phoenix Rising Confidence Igniting, and find out what it is that you need to let go. And so I'm going to be talking about the 3-step process right now, and that's just, it's a process that you can do. You can do in depth. You can do it with a little bit more modalities to go a little bit deeper, or it's just a quick little thing that you can do just by stopping and asking yourself for guidance. And so the first step is changing that thought pattern. It's changing your thought pattern and looking at it from a different point of view and finding something good. I had to find something good about my ex-husband in order to forgive him. Look at him through different eyes. And again, not that I condoned what he did. I just needed to have a little bit more compassion. And compassion goes a long, long way for resilience, because this is all about resilience and being able to, go through life with ease. And so I also found a way to be grateful. And I know that seems almost impossible sometimes. I had a client say to me, "How could you possibly be grateful?" I'm actually going through some issues right now. "How could you possibly be grateful?" And I said, "What's my alternative? If I bring myself to the place of anger, of resentment, of sadness, of those places, I'm going to be suffering. And I'm not willing to do that. Yes, we have to go through it. I'm not saying you don't have to go through grieving. You don't have to go through stages. Of course you do. When you're ready to let go, though, you can choose not to stay in those places. And I'm telling you, your attitude, your life will change when you change that attitude. And you can free your mind. And you are not going to give your power away. So that's number one, is just changing that thought pattern. And then number two is stop giving energy to that person or that thing. It could be something. Because again, when you're thinking negatively about it, as I mentioned, you're pulling yourself down into those lower energy fields. And what happens in those lower energy fields, those lower vibrations? You get sluggish, you get fatigued, you get drained. So you're not able to be your best and do your best. And conversely, when you raise your vibrations, which is what my program is all about, then you are able to attract more of that, more of the grateful attitude, more of the things that make you happy, bring you joy, and bring you more love. So don't give whatever it is energy. So that's the second thing. And then the third thing is letting go. And again, letting go is not something that you can do just one time. Sometimes you can. It depends. Letting go on a consistent basis and being mindful about it is just so key. So, hey, Brenda, thanks for being here. Nice to have you. So, we're going to do, so the third thing, affirmations, is part of that. And so you can just come up with affirmations, first of all, that you can say. I release my anger for so and so, and I'm thankful. And I'm thankful for whatever. I mean, come up with something that you're thankful for, because there's always things that you are. And so we're going to do a little meditation, because meditating is something that, and this is just a short one, it can really help you get into the place where you are mindful and you're really paying attention. You're looking, you can look at another perspective, and you can just come from a place with no judgment. And that's the whole key. And whether you just stop what you're doing, and even for a minute or take 2 minutes to think about it, it doesn't matter how long it is, just so long as you can shift your thoughts. So again, we're going to do this meditation, but the 3-step process is changing your thought process, and then stop giving that energy, and then letting go. So it's about focusing, and focus is huge. I'm actually in my program that's going to start again, the Phoenix Rising Confidence Igniting, on September 14th. We're going to focus a little bit more on focus. And because I think that's really key. I think a lot of people have a hard time with that. And if you truly want joy, a joy-filled life, you have to forgive, and you have to forgive often. And if you want to be forgiven, you want others to forgive you, then you need to forgive yourself first, and then you need to forgive others. All right, so we are going to do we're going to do the meditation. And so before we get started, I just want to say that I will put the information to my program I'm just grabbing the music here, into the comments. So if anybody has any questions, by the way, or wants to talk to me and ask questions, or just wants to talk, and I can give you information and helpful resources and my guidance, don't hesitate to just set up a consultation with me, or just let me know, just PM me. All right, so I want you to just get comfortable here. Just get comfortable. And sit up if you can, because I like it when you're sitting up. You can lay down too. It's okay. I know that the energy flows really freely up the spine when you can sit up. All right, so hopefully you can hear this. If you can't, let me know, please, in the comments. Hopefully that's going to be good. Hopefully you can hear that. Okay. All right, so start by just taking a deep breath in through the nose and hold it, and let it out through the mouth. And feel free to do that again, or just keep breathing continuously in and out, focusing on your breath. And just be grateful. Be grateful for another day. Be grateful for what you have. Think about your family, your kids, your friends, your job. What's constant in your life that you can be grateful for? Your home, your car, your clothes, your food. And be grateful for who you are. You are truly special. And you are worth preserving. You are worth being the best you possibly can by cleansing your thoughts and clearing a path so nothing gets in your way or holds you back. And so I want you to think about someone right now, or something that you could forgive. Who could you forgive right now? Think for a moment about how long you've been holding on to this feeling. This could have been a long time ago, or it may be something recent that comes up for you. And are you feeling anger, anxiety, resentment, worry, fear? What comes up for you? Whatever pain this is, isn't it time to let this go? Think about who you could be without this feeling weighing you down. And in this moment of awareness, I want you to think about their perspective. I want you to see the picture at the time it happened. And maybe it was an incident or a situation that happened. Really look at the picture. And be an observer of this picture. Take yourself out of the picture and look at the other person's perspective. Notice what you notice. And now I want you to look at yourself, look at your perspective. What are you thinking? What are you seeing? What are you feeling? Observe all angles of this picture without judgment. It may not be right or even acceptable to you. Just look closely at what happened and notice what you notice. Now, I want you to say to yourself, even though I may not agree, I am willing to let this go because it does not serve me anymore. The consequences of my emotions from this are not worth it. The pain makes no sense to hold on to because in this moment, I realize I am giving my power to someone or something else by letting these feelings and thoughts reside in my body. I am giving away my power. And my happiness and my good life are too important to give away anymore. So repeat after me. I forgive and I let go. I forgive and I let go. I forgive and I let go. You are in your power. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Take a deep breath and open your eyes. And so this is something that you can do often. And even if you say the phrases, I forgive and let go, it can be very powerful. So say these throughout the day. Come up with something that you can find good about the situation or the other person. So I hope this has been helpful to everyone this morning, and I appreciate you here. I appreciate the hearts. And again, I'll put information about my Phoenix Rising Confidence Igniting. I have custom mindset meditations in there. I have letting go modalities we use. I use my NLP, my tapping, I have many, many tools for shifting into a higher vibration. We're going to be working more on focus. We talk about some of the laws, the spiritual laws of the universe. And raising, again, your vibration is huge, and taking inspired action. And of course, self care. So it's chock full, and don't miss it. I would be so excited to have you in the program. We already have some returning people I'm excited about. And I hope you have an amazing Phoenix Rising Friday and enjoy your weekend. Do something nice for yourself. And gratitude and love to you all. Bye bye for now, and see you next Friday with more tips and inspiration. Bye bye, everyone.